In case you decide to visit Iran, which I hope you do, we want to give you some tips that'll make your trip easier. Since one of the most time-consuming and often difficult things to do is shop for souvenirs, Gisumi Shah Ahmadi will tell you what the top 10 Persian souvenirs are.
Now, if you're looking for something uniquely Iranian but you're not prepared to spend too much, this is what I would suggest to you: the ancient art of minakari. Of course, some items might be very expensive, but you can always find something affordable. This is what the famous French traveler of the 17th century, Jean Chardin, was quite impressed with when he visited Iran. Minakari, or enamel work, is the art of coloring and decorating the surface of metals, most frequently copper, traditionally with patterns of birds on a floral background which is usually blue.
تکمیل که بشه باید دقت کن کی برداره از کوره. نه ساعت داره نه ثانیه داره، مثل دقیقا نونوایی که نونو میخواد بذاره تو تنور با چشم نگاه میکنه کی باید نونو برداره.
Now here's another impressive handicraft you can find in Iran: khatam, Persian marquetry.
کیفیت خوب بودن خاتم اینه که اول زمینه که هستش نشون میده هیچ کدوم درز نداره، بعد تمام این خاتم‌ها با چسب سفید چسبیده بشه که بر اثر رطوبت، بر اثر کارهای دیگه از بین نمیره. حدود 12 نفر رو خاتم کار میشه تا میاد مغازه ما عرضه میکنیم. به خاطر اینم اسمشو گذاشتن خاتم، یعنی ختم هنر.
Well, pottery may not be an art specific to Iranians, but you can take something back home with an Iranian touch, what the rest of the world refers to as Persian pottery. Pottery has a very long history in Iran, dating back to the 7th millennium BC. Today, the best works are found in the western city of Lalejin in Hamadan, which UNESCO's World Crafts Council recently declared the World Pottery Capital. Iranians also have a great reputation for being good metal workers, and here's an example. So if you're shopping for Iranian handicrafts, I would definitely suggest that you don't miss out on these. From what I've learned so far, ancient Iranians were interested in decorating almost anything, and they were quite creative in the methods they used. This one is called qalamzani, and it consists of engraving intricate designs on metal.
قلمکاری بیشتر روی طلا، نقره، مس و برنج انجام میشه. خیلی از شهرهای سنتی ایران قلمزنای خیلی خوبی داره که شاخصش بیشترش توی اصفهانه.
Terme is a type of Iranian hand-woven cloth that dates back to the Safavid period. Now, in case you were wondering, this is where the famous paisley patterns actually originate from. They've always been the main motif of terme. The cloth was traditionally hand-woven with silk and wool, but today the process is mostly mechanical.
اکثر بچه‌ها فکر میکنن که ترمه مال اصفهانه، چون میان مثلا تو مغازه میگن آقا ترمه اصفهان دارین. ترمه مال اصفهان نیست، اصالتا مال شهر یزده. تو شهر یزد بافته میشه، توی اصفهان یا شهر کرد کارهای دستشون که اسمش سرمه است، سرمه‌دوزی میشه.
Sirmeduzi is a luxurious form of traditional Persian embroidery. That is why what you see here is usually used in weddings. Turquoise is Iran's national gemstone. One of the oldest turquoise mines in the world is in Iran's northeastern city of Neyshabur. So if you want to take something with you that you can have with you everywhere, I think you should pick one of these. Turquoise is one of the first gemstones to be mined, and Iran remains an important source of this stunning gemstone ever since it was discovered nearly 5,000 years ago. Although Iran's turquoise production is quite small compared to the world's total production, it still sets the standard for quality. Turquoise is not hard, but the Iranian type is usually harder and therefore suitable for jewelry.
فیروزه نیشابور یه ذره خالصیش بیشتره، ممکنه توی فیروزه کرمان یه ذره مثلا به خاطر معادنی که وجود داره مس پیدا بشه، یه نوع فلزاتی پیدا بشه داخل فیروزه، سنگ فیروزهش که نیشابور این چیزا رو نداره.
Now here are some treats to remember Iran by: ajil, or dried fruits and nuts. A traditional snack, dried fruits and nuts are an inseparable part of the Iranian diet, and if you ever try them, you'll know why. A combination of Iran's world-famous pistachios, along with walnuts, almonds, raisins, dried mulberries, and the all-time favorite pumpkin seeds.
محصول خشکبار و آجیل بهترین سوغاتی است برای خارج. خشکبار که ایران داریم هیچ جای دنیا نداریم.
Saffron, the most expensive spice in the world, and something you probably didn't know, Iran is the biggest producer. You would need around 450,000 delicate red strands to be handpicked from 150,000 saffron flowers to produce only 1 kilo of saffron.
زعفران توی سبد خانوار غذایی ایرانی‌ها جایگاه خاصی برخورداره. جدا از خواص دارویی که داره، ملت ایران به خاطر اون طعم و مزه‌ای که به غذای ایرانی میده استفاده فوق‌العاده زیادی از زعفران میکنن.
Iran produces over 90% of the 250 tons produced worldwide every year, and the saffron is considered the best because of its strong flavor and aroma. And the most exquisite form of art that you can find in Iran, Persian carpet, something that should not be left out if you're making a list of the top 10 souvenirs of Iran. The Persian carpet is not just a commercial item, but rather an object of luxury, beauty, and art that represents an ancient civilization. These traditional hand-woven carpets are made of sheep wool dyed with natural colors.
یکی از مهمترین عناوینی که برای انتخاب در فرش وجود داره طراحی، رنگرزی و بافت اون فرش هستش که معمولاً مصطلح به رج هستش. هرچی تعداد رج که بیشتر میره به همون تناسب تعداد رنگش و ظرافت بافتش و مدت زمان بافتش بیشتر میشه.
If you're not up for spending a lot on a Persian hand-woven carpet, there are still other options. These flat tapestry-woven rugs are called kilim, and they are usually produced in villages.
گلیم اصلا نقشه نداره، یعنی اون چی که هست تو ذهن اونها بافنده ها، اون چرا که اطرافشون میبینن عیناً اونها رو تو گلیم میبافن. چون نقشه نداره گلیم، اگر بافنده گلیمی رو که خودش بافته اگر دوباره بخواد اون رو ببافه نمیتونه ببافه.
And even if these colorful designs don't satisfy your taste, there are still other options.
گب به پشمش پشم دستریسه، یعنی خود عشایر پشم رو میریسن و سنتی رنگ میکنن و باز این رو هم بدون هیچ نقشه‌ای میبافنش.
Gabbe is also a hand-woven rug, very coarse and small compared to the Persian carpet. The design is usually inspired by daily events of nomadic life. Gisumi Shah Ahmadi for Iran.